Hey everybody, it's the Phantom Haunter, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we have a new episode of Prop vs. Prop. This is episode 3, and in this episode, we're comparing two devil-themed animatronics. We have Home Depot's animated red skeleton devil versus Spirit Halloween's Harbinger of Hell. Now, before we get into the video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for all my upcoming content. Thank you. So in today's versus video, we have two titular devil-themed props, my two favorite devil-themed props actually, and that is the Spirit Halloween Harbinger of Hell going up against the animated red skeleton devil from Home Depot. So, I will be breaking them down by look, design, and audio to see who comes out on top. So without further ado, let's get to round one. So here we are in round one, and that is design. Now how I will be ranking this is based on detail and some of my overall personal opinion. So first, let's look at the detail on the animated red skeleton devil. So, as we see here, he has his patented pitchfork, looking very cool, with that silver painting. It's very plasticky, you can tell it's plasticky, but that's just pack, that's just how they are, so that's not anything too surprising. His face is what really stands out to me personally. I like all the details in his teeth, around his teeth and stuff. I like that it has this black undertone to it, like ash. I think that's really neat. I love the red eyes. Now usually red eyes is overused, but I think it works for this tint of red. Red eyes with red themed props, it depends on the tint of red. If you have too much red, then it's not going to work, but if it's just a different shade or the right shade of red, then it works better. But anyway, off of that little side tangent there, I really like the way this guy looks. I love the way that his cloak looks and the way it drapes over his arms. I love the way that his horns look. I love the way that it fades from dark red to black. I think that's really cool. So overall, just really, really neat right there. So now that we've taken a look at his detail, let's go ahead and move over to the Harbinger of Hell. Alright, so looking at the Harbinger of Hell, right off the bat, very obvious similarities with the way the face sculpt looks, as well as the horns on the top of the head, the staff, the pointing, all of that. But who does it better? So let's look at his robe, and his robe actually has really cool detail where it looks like it's almost orange and then it fades into red, almost like part of his robe is on fire, and I think that looks really cool, honestly. I love the way his face sculpt looks as well, the orange eyes, the glowing orange mouth, the glowing light up staff. I just overall think this guy looks awesome. I hope they bring him back because his detail is just very, very cool. Everything that he does, all the things that he says and stuff, just overall very cool. For detail, I'm actually going to give it a tie because I just can't decide for this one. I'm going to say round one tie. Okay, so round two, animation. Let's start with the Harbinger for this one. And animation wise, he doesn't do a whole lot at all. He just pretty much talks. I think he moves his head, I don't remember. But he doesn't do a whole lot. He just really stands there, talks, points. He's not a crazy animatronic or anything as far as animation goes. He's very simple. You could probably make something like this at home, to be honest with you. But it's simple, it's basic, it does what it needs to do. Could there have been a little more, maybe head turning? I think so. I think that could have amplified it if his waist turned or his head turned or whatever. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. And now, looking at the Skeleton Devil, right off the bat, way more animation, way more flashy. His head turns, his hand turns, his mouth moves. This is already 2 more points of articulation than Harbinger. This is a pretty easy round, to be honest with you. This one is obviously going to go to the animated Red Skeleton Devil. He has 3 points of articulation, Harbinger has 1. This is almost unfair, to be honest with you, because it's kind of obvious. I don't know how he's pulling this one out of the bag, but he is. I think the pointing looks really cool, the way he like turns his arm, and I think that's something that they should have done with Harbinger as well. I know that it would have made him way too similar, but to be honest, I just think it's cool. The way his head turns from side to side, his mouth moves, and the way it's all synced up so it looks really cool. Yeah, this one goes to the Red Skeleton Devil.
Have darkness in you. Come with me, my child, into the heart of darkness itself.
Add a scare factor to your Halloween home decor and delightfully spook your guests with this Skeleton Devil's glowing red eyes and movable parts. As you approach him, his LED lighted eyes eerily brighten and his arms and head begin to move. For even more fright, it features synchronized mouth movement as he speaks spooky Halloween phrases.
Try to run, try to hide.
It comes complete with a long red cloak and full-size pitchfork, with 3 AA batteries included. The 72-inch animated Skeleton Devil with pitchfork will perfectly spook up your Halloween home decor. Now at the Home Depot.
This really isn't even a round, to be honest with you. Harbinger of Hell takes this one easily. Just like the Skeleton Devil took the last one easy, this one goes to Harbinger. The Skeleton Devil has the same generic audio that all the pack animatronics have. Anything that's Pan Asian Creations has this, the come closer. Like that annoying audio. Yeah, no, it's not even worth counting, to be honest with you. Harbinger of Hell takes this round. Okay, so now at this point, we actually have a pretty interesting tie going on, because round 1 was a tie, then second round was Red Skeleton Devil, and then the last round, round 3, was the Harbinger of Hell. So now, I'm going to have an extra tiebreaker round to see who actually wins this. Okay, so I actually had a tough time figuring out what to compare for this, but I ended up going with the creep factor, as in not like as in audio, not in animation, but pure looks, not design. Like, let me explain. If you're in a haunt, right? So let's say you're walking through a haunt, there's like a hell theme or whatever, there's a dungeon, whatever theme it is. If you had both of these guys in a room, they were both by what theme they're supposed to be in, they had like a red or orange light, like a fire and ice light on them. Between the two, which one looks more disturbing? Which one in a haunt is going to look more creepy? And which one is going to therefore add more creep factor? And your winner is the Harbinger of Hell. That is right, I'm going with the Harbinger of Hell, mainly because we haven't actually seen any real videos of the Red Skeleton Devil, so I have nothing to go off of. So I'm just going in my head more than what I've actually seen, and I just think he looks cool, but I think the Harbinger looks better, especially with like a fire and ice light. So there you have it. There is episode 3 of Prop vs. Prop. Your winner is Harbinger of Hell. Tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me which prop you think is better in the comments. And, as always, keep haunting my Reaper army, and I will catch you in the next one.